for promotional products and apparel? Look no further than P&B Promotionals. Place your brand and logo on just about anything with P&B Promotionals. Over 800,000 products, caps, travel mugs, drawstring bags, water bottles, stadium cups, umbrellas, tote bags, and t-shirts. P&B Promotionals is a nationally certified advertising company. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. pbpromotionals.com.
Imprinting the best for less.
At my church, we help people get better by teaching them how the word works. And we want to make sure there is no excuse not to get the word. It's our goal to make all of our ministries accessible on every smartphone, tablet, PC, and television connected to the internet. So whether you're a man who needs some wisdom, a woman who needs some encouragement, or a couple who needs guidance, the My Church channel has just what you need. Simply search for the My Church channel on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV, or visit mychurchchannel.org. You can also download the My Church on the Go app from Apple or Google Play App Store. Constantly on the move? Check out the Word at My Church podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Or simply download the Word at My Church skill on your Alexa-enabled device. But whatever you do, make sure to stay connected. See you soon.
All right, y'all. So we still in the thick of it behind this video, this conversation behind the video with the brother sharing what men need in terms of respect and all that good stuff. It's really sparked a great conversation, a great dialogue. Even on some level, you might even say a debate, right? And I think it's growing and it's expanding. And I think the conversation needs to be had so there can be some understanding of kind of where we are in terms of culture, kind of where we are in terms of our relationships and our families. Let me say this, because I've spoken to quite a few ladies over the past few days, even my own wife, right? And basically what we've clarified and drilled down on is that over the years, there's been some issues, and because of those issues, some women have shifted to a new version of themselves, right? So you got some of the women have a lot harder edge, right? So with that edge, when an edge is hard, right? Kind of hard to get something through or get anything through, right? Another part of the conversation that I'll unpack once we get the show started. But that said, I think that's because of trying to correct something. So I think over the years, and I've said this before, so this is nothing new, revelatory here, women have shifted, responded, and corrected themselves to respond to the current state of manhood. Much broader conversation. I'll unpack that once we get into the show. But I want to get this point across. So with that correction, with that shifting, it's kind of put women on a different footing. I've used this analogy, but I'm gonna use it again for the purpose of this conversation because it bears a good dialogue. Because it'll spur a good dialogue. Okay. Hydroplaning. We all understand what hydroplaning is. If you've taken a driving test in the United States of America, you should understand hydroplaning. I've hydroplaned before. Many of us have hydroplaned before. What is hydroplaning? Hydroplaning is when you stop a car and this big old heavy car, it floats up to the top of the water because you stopped all of a sudden, and it slides in whatever direction you're going into. So if you're moving forward, that car will hydroplane, slide, floating on the water forward. It's not touching the street, the gravel, the ground. It's hydroplaning, sliding forward. This is very dangerous, right? If you slide it to the right, I've had it sliding had me sliding off of the interstate, off the highway. And it's you just sliding off to the side. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It's the same thing with ice, quite frankly. So the natural response when you are hydroplaning is to turn away from what you're sliding towards. So if you're sliding off the edge, the hydroplane, and when you hydroplane, the human mind, unless it's trained, will go, oh, I'm going this direction right here, which ironically, based on science, based on facts, will cause you to slide further, faster in the wrong direction. So if you're sliding off the interstate, you're sliding off the road into a ditch, wherever it is, if you hydroplane, you're going to slide faster when you turn in the other direction. So you're so you don't want to go in that direction. You don't like that. That's not good. I don't want to hit that. I don't want to end up in the ditch. I don't want to go off a cliff. So I'm a turn in this direction right here. But the principle of hydroplaning, the way you properly respond to hydroplaning is to turn actually into the turn. So if you're sliding in the right, you turn further. You shift the wheel further in that direction. Bam. And what happens is when you turn further in the right, what looks like the wrong direction, which is now the right direction, it actually shifts the car back around. It's crazy. I've had to do it before. I've had to do it before. And in that split second, you remember, oh, don't turn away from it, turn into it. And you go bam, and the car flips around. You're like, wow, that's crazy. Once it happens one time, you know what to do. You're like, whoa, that's bananas that I was about to slide into that car, slide off the road. And instead of turning away from it, I turned into it and it threw me back around. It's the same thing what we got to do in terms of relationships. So ladies, if you hydroplaning in your relationships, if you hydroplaning in your interaction with men, if you've had bad relationship after bad relationship and you've been a good woman, you've given your best, you've always been there for that brother, you've always been a caring, soft, loving, supportive sister, a supportive wife, a supportive fiance, a supportive girlfriend, and you did all of that, and then it's got you some bad results. As opposed to turning away from it in the opposite direction and turning into, you know what, bam, bump these jokers. I'm gonna do me. It's about me. It's a me season over here. I ain't worried about this. I'm gonna protect myself. I'm gonna cut myself off. I done got hurt too many times. I'm done. As opposed to doing that, which is turning in the other direction, which what? Cause you to slide further in the direction that you don't want to go into. Instead of turning in that direction, turn into it harder. So be more loving, be more kind, be more caring, be more supportive. Watch this, but with the right person. This time with the right person, because maybe last time it wasn't that you was doing the wrong thing. Maybe you was doing the wrong thing with the wrong joker. You was doing the right thing with the wrong joker, the right thing with the wrong person, the right thing with the wrong man. So now you got the right man, but because of the buster, because of the bum dude, because of the circus lion that you were dealing with, the circus lion calls you to now not want to be the right thing for the right man. So now you the wrong thing for the right man, and now you slide further in the direction you don't want to go. You don't want to go into because now the right man is pulling an exit because the wrong dude calls you to do the wrong thing. I'm glad I was able to get through that because I was thinking through that and it was confusing me. So good. Yeah, that's good. We all one today, y'all. I'm telling you right now. Listen. Do me a favor. If you're in Clubhouse, share the room. I still don't know what's fully going on with Clubhouse. We about to get the show started. And shout out to the Ox Show family. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but I found this out yesterday. There's an after the show room. There's an after the Akintunde show room. For the first time, I remember Pastor Tuck said it as an idea, but y'all actually doing it. So now I was like, what? And I couldn't, when I saw it, I couldn't pause and go into the room because I was in the middle of doing something. I was like, oh no. So I got to check that out. Not oh no. Oh yes. So yeah. I got an after the show Ox show room. That's dope. Let's see who's in the room. Let's see who's in the house. Let me say something. I'm really tired of this whole name change and algorithm change with Clubhouse. I'm telling you, it's really getting on my nerve. But we talk about that later. It's on some real nonsense. I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on. Let me see who's here already. Uh-oh. Boy, y'all, Rodney Perry's in the room, y'all. My brother, my friend, the hilarious podcaster, morning show host, comedian, and a whole lot more. Mr. Rodney Perry's in the house. Carol's in the building. What's up, Carol? Good morning, Carol. Mocha, what's up, Mocha? How you doing? Mocha, you still keeping it healthy? Good to see you, ma'am. Leon, what's up, Leon? What's going on with you, Paul? What's up, Paul? Paul still got the blackout on the profile pic. We still got to figure out what's going on with Paul. Celeste, what's up, Celeste? How you doing? Shaquilla, what's up, sis? How you doing, ma'am? Brother Corey's in the house. What's up, Corey? Good morning, sir. Rashandra, how you doing, ma'am? Good morning to you. Kimberly, what's up, Kimberly? Good morning, sis. How you doing? Tori Free she got a picture with the man on the profile pic. I see. Y'all look good too. My man Jermaine is in the building. Good morning, Jermaine. What's up, sir? Leslie Ashley, what's up, Leslie? How you doing, sis? Patrice, what's up, Patrice? Good morning. Patrice Grace Sibley, I see ya. All right. Yo, we continue in this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. I just want our relationships. I want our relationships to be better, to be more dope, to be more loving, to be strong. I feel as though we're coming up on something. I don't know what it is yet, but I feel as though we're coming up on something that's going to change our culture. And I think relationships and families are going to be a big part of that. Always is. But I think we really have to make sure that we are set in who we are as a people, and we got our families in order. Not perfect, and everything not going to be at all. Let me say it right now. I'm just saying, intact. Let's get into it. We're going to have some fun. Ebony Funderburk is my live guest today. Pastor Tucker is going to be running behind. He is taking care of some personal family business. Donna's in the building. Ebony's coming through, and we're going to get this conversation on, y'all. Call your mama. Call your daddy. Call your cousin. Call your uncle. Call your friend. Call your family member. Call your coworker. Call that girlfriend who might be hydroplaning in her relationship, and let her know that we're talking ladies and gentlemen today. Ladies and gentlemen today on the Akintunde show. Hey fam, it's time to get started. Let's go, y'all.
Another track, layer production, but no joke, entertainment, let's go.
Akintunde is gonna make you laugh real loud. So come on, scream it out. Akintunde is gonna make you laugh real loud. Akintunde.
Daily I shall.
It's the Akintunde show.
Say what?
Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde show.
Spell it.
AKIN Tunde.
Looking for promotional products and apparel? Look no further than P&B Promotionals. Place your brand and logo on just about anything with P&B Promotionals. Over 800,000 products. Caps, travel mugs, drawstring bags, water bottles, stadium cups, umbrellas, tote bags, and t-shirts. P&B Promotionals is a nationally certified advertising company. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. pbpromotionals.com.
Imprinting the best for less.
At my church, we help people get better by teaching them how the word works. And we want to make sure there is no excuse not to get the word. It's our goal to make all of our ministries accessible on every smartphone, tablet, PC, and television connected to the internet. So whether you're a man who needs some wisdom, a woman who needs some encouragement, or a couple who needs guidance, the My Church channel has just what you need. Simply search for the My Church channel on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV, or visit mychurchchannel.org. You can also download the My Church on the Go app from Apple or Google Play App Store. Constantly on the move? Check out the Word at My Church podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Or simply download the Word at My Church skill on your Alexa-enabled device. But whatever you do, make sure to stay connected. See you soon.
Stop walking in front of the prophet.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Happy Thursday to everybody. Yeah. All right. Good morning, everybody. Special shout out to Minister Jamal Davis in the room this morning, in the house, on Clubhouse. And Jamal had a phenomenal word last night. Phenomenal word for Bible study last night. Really talking about the power of a seed and how God starts and works and you unleash the power of God in small things. Come on, y'all. Think about the small thing that you might have started that's now growing into a big thing. That's real talk. I appreciate that word. I texted him last night and told him that was a good word. And it really blessed my life, and I pray that it bless everybody that was there in the house last night or watching online, live streaming. And if you did not see it, if you were not there, you can also go back and watch it on our Right Direction Church International channel on YouTube. Not on Facebook no more. But on YouTube. Guess what we are? We are on the My Church channel right now, streaming live right now on Roku, on Apple TV, on Amazon Fire TV, and on Amazon. And we're also on YouTube. We're on Facebook, and we're on LinkedIn too. I need to talk to y'all about that because we're on LinkedIn. I forget about LinkedIn, but what's LinkedIn is doing also, Julia, just a little programming note, a little production note. LinkedIn is anything I post through our system is coming up on LinkedIn. Whole other conversation. Let me get Donna into the room. My sister, she's a producer. She's a co-host. She comes through and does her thing every single day. Oh, she blesses us. And she comes in, y'all. She leaves the airport early in the morning. I'm talking about on some straight up Gap band. Early in the morning, find me another love. She comes on right on in and blesses us and produces the show. Welcome to the show, Donna J. What's up, sis?
Hey, I'm here. Hey, family. Woo! It's another day on the Akintunde show.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hey, family.
You doing all right, ma'am?
I'm doing fine. I am doing fine today.
Awesome.
It's a great day. Great day to be alive.
Come on, yeah, it is.
Great day to be in Columbia. Columbia is looking beautiful today. And
it is.
We are here.
I'm tripping though because I really need to know. I'm trying to figure out. Seasonally, I'm confused. If you're watching this right now, I got a turtleneck on.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a turtleneck sweater on. And seasonally, I'm confused. So,
yes.
and it's just because I come outside and I'm like, where we at? And if y'all don't know this, I'm cold natured. I don't like being cold. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if it's so I be in here. I got a hoodie here. So I got a scully here, bald head. I'm in the studio. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm about to turn all the heat on this whole doggone studio because particularly if I'm in the office. So I'll just put me a hat on. And I probably look silly walking to the store because I forgot to take my hat off. I'm like, hey, I don't know what we doing. What we doing, Donna?
Hey, I tell you what, I think the plants and everything is confused as well. They are confused as well. They don't know whether to bloom or to come back in or to bloom, and the next day you got to retreat, and then in 2 more weeks you got to bloom again. They're confused.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Is it global warming? Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, look at all these storms, all these tornadoes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
We never had tornadoes like this.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
It's
Never.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And they can just touch down anywhere.
Just anywhere.
Just any old where.
Yeah. Tornadoes just be like, it's like, I'm like, what? That's really?
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
And what about snowing? It just freaks me out that it was snowing in L.A. And I'm like, L.A.?
Right.
That's the land of tank tops and booty shorts.
Right.
So
not no more. It's the land of snow boots and umbrellas and boats. And I mean, it's like crazy because they're flooding. I mean, LA, I don't know what's going on with California, but California's getting hit with snowstorms. At the same time, they might have a fire. Right next to that, they having tornadoes now. I mean, it's crazy. This is the time. This ain't the time to not be praying, y'all. You got to know Jesus and have a personal relationship with him right about now.
That's right.
Speak over your property. Speak over everything connected to you.
But today is the National Day of Prayer Day today.
It is.
So
yes,
you might have to do that.
We're going to pray today. We're going to pray today. Yes,
Woo-hoo.
yes. And Leslie actually said it's been 88 all this week, and then tomorrow supposed to be raining and 60. See?
Oh, see,
That's
that don't make no sense.
crazy. That don't make no sense.
The plants are like, what's going on?
That's crazy. Ashley says snowstorms sounds like a regular Tuesday night in March over here. Yeah,
Right.
But Ashley's in Canada.
Yes.
So in
yes.
Canada, the temperature is significantly different. you
Right,
know.
right.
So you expect that, in certain areas. We don't expect that down. We spoiled. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Yeah. Kimberly said, Leon, one of my best friends' car was hit with hail. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. My mother was telling me about some hail down her way. So, we live in interesting times, yo. We really need to be prayed up, and you need to be speaking over your property, speaking over your children, speaking over your physical body to make sure that you're believing to see protection over your life. Because we live in interesting times. Speaking of interesting times, Donna,
Yes.
I'm following the rundown. Y'all, we're going to follow the rundown today. I'm going to stay on the rundown, okay? So we got the writer's strike going on in L.A., and a few people have hit me about, hey, man, how does the writer's strike affect you? Right now, it don't affect me at all because I don't have a job in L.A. right now, nor in Atlanta or New York. As far as I know, it doesn't directly affect some of the productions in Georgia because Georgia is a right-to-work state. But if you're on a show that is a writers guild or it is a SAG show, it may affect that show. So it's very interesting. Donna, let's pull up some of those notes right there because some of the stuff surprised me. The salary for writers has dropped. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you when I saw those numbers you pulled up, and I thought about the money we was making on the Monique show, and the money that they're making now, and I know why that is. It's because of streaming. Streaming has affected a lot. Y'all don't understand that. Streaming has affected a lot. We got Ebony coming up in just a little bit, and we're gonna get into this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. But I do want to talk about this briefly. Streaming has really changed the game in regards to how movies, television, series, and all that stuff are made. What kind of budgets are attached to them, and then streaming affects the residuals as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, as a writer too. In the play industry, because that's where I'm coming out of, it's not affecting, it's not affecting us right now. Because especially if you're independent, you can still write and produce your plays. Right. So there it's not affecting, but I do understand that late night shows and like SNL, Jimmy Fallon, all those shows are being heavily affected, and they're going to feel it first. And we just have to see what happens. The last time this happened, it was 100 days, and then something. Then it was a breakthrough. Right. So, but some of the things they want are not unreasonable.
It's not unreasonable at all. And at the end of the day, these big companies they got a lot of ways to take advantage of you. And they work a lot of angles to make sure they can pay you the bare minimum, and they want maximum effort, maximum execution, and they want excellence. And when stuff don't work out, they quickly blame you. The writers are oftentimes the first people to get blamed. They used to blame us on the Monique show, but hey, the writing, the numbers are down. And the network is saying that it's the first block that's not holding their attention, and I'm like, okay, but then I'm like, okay, we got some ideas, and they're like, well, you can't get a budget for that, so you want me to create some ideas and concepts, but I can't get a budget to shoot this stuff. So it's a whole other conversation that just a whole other, so many different factors and angles that come into play when you start talking about all this stuff. But I'll say this. Once you start a strike, it's like once a couple starts going through divorce. Now the question becomes is who's willing to give? Who's willing to show up and say, okay, let's stop this. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Because now they are in full strike mode. Wow. So somebody's going to have to come to the table and say, hold on. Let's talk. Let's work this out. I think this is my full prediction and opinion. I've been saying this for a while, and I believe we're seeing the first cracks in it. This is the first crack, Donna, of the breakdown of the Hollywood, New York entertainment system.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Because here's the deal.
All right.
The game has already shifted and changed so much anyway. Okay. You got COVID. Streaming already had things shaky.
Oh yeah.
Because it shifted the business on how people make money. How did movies and television make money before? Before streaming, movies made money by people going into theaters.
Right.
To see movies. Then after they came out of theaters, then they went to DVD. Then after they came out of DVD, then they went to a cable network, HBO Cinemax or Showtime. And then after Cinemax, Showtime, HBO, then it went to a television network or a commercial cable network.
Okay.
Those were like the 4 tiers of how you made money.
Right.
Theatrical off the movie, DVD, premium cable, commercial cable, or a network television debut. Streaming wrecked all of that.
Oh yeah, all of it.
Shifted all of that.
Yep.
And the money you used to make off theaters, they don't make that no more. That's why you think theaters are doing stuff like theaters are selling beer now.
Oh yeah,
They sell it. They got what's the things? Recliners.
Yep, those big comfy recliners and everything. Yeah.
What are they trying to do? They telling
making you like you're at home.
They say you can be at home in the theaters. Come on with us. Come on with us. Come on with us and come on with us and hang out in the theaters at home. You can take your shoes off.
Yep.
You can stretch out. You can have a beer.
Yeah.
And it's like people are like, why I gotta do that? I gotta recline that down. I got a big old screen TV here, and I got beer or whatever you drink. I got that here. I gotta come out there with y'all.
They're like, come on, and then, but you know those prices for those concessions are astronomical because that's where they really make their money.
That's where they really make their money. So people don't know this. Most of the ticket money goes to the studios and the distributors.
Yeah.
Just about most of the money from the concessions goes to the theaters. That's how the theaters make their money. That's right. That's why your popcorn costs $12.
That's right.
Because it don't cost them $12. That's how they got to make their money. Yeah. So and then COVID just exacerbated. Like it's COVID. They're like, oh my God, we was already struggling. Not COVID. So now what COVID did, COVID switched everything to streaming.
Yes.
And just like church, a lot of people hadn't come back to the theaters. A lot of people hadn't come back to church, and a lot of people have not come back to movie theaters.
That's right.
And they haven't come back to network television. So they're shaky. They're trying to respond. And but I'll say this: if you're an independent producer, now's the time to strike. If you are a ministry seeking and desiring to put original content into the marketplace, now's the time to strike.
Yep.
Telling you,
now's the time.
Now's the time.
Yep.
So yeah.
But it's crazy in this time, and look now, they were also talking about how AI.
Yeah.
You know, because we had a show on AI a few weeks ago.
That's right.
And they're talking about how AI, and well, let me go back a little bit. We were talking about how easy it is to just put that in, and if you had an idea, it could come up with the concept and everything for you.
Right.
And
That's right.
write it, eloquently and everything. However whatever tone or language you want to put it in, AI can do it. So now they're saying that the writers are saying that AI can take over jobs.
Oh yeah.
And so now we're putting people out of work, and so now you're devaluing their effort, their skill, the talent of writers. And there you go.
Let me tell you something, Don. Here's the whole thing. It's not if or they shouldn't or they hope they do not. It's happening.
It is happening. It's happening.
Y'all gotta understand something. AI is already happening. Anytime Facebook and Google says to you all, be careful with AI because AI might be taking control and using your information. You mean like y'all do?
Like exactly.
Like y'all do?
They do what you do.
You don't want AI to do what y'all do.
That's right.
But see, AI done figured out how to do it a little bit better than y'all. They're making y'all obsolete. Yeah. Jokers got some nerve, boy.
Well, I tell you, they warning you. It's like the enemy warning you against the enemy.
Right. like a side chick warning you about another side chick. You better be careful because she tricky. You mean like you? I got some scruples. She ain't got none. Whatever.
The side chick is warning the wife about the side chick.
Right. That's a whole other show right there. but the truth of the matter is though, guess what? And this is what some of these writers got to be careful of, particularly them freelance writers.
Oh yeah.
Hey, y'all gotta understand something. Some of these people will not bring you back.
They won't.
They don't need you. Let me tell y'all something. Most of the people that Facebook laid off, they're not coming back.
When they find out they don't need you, you're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done. You're done. I'm telling you that, and that's a whole. I'm telling you, that's another reason why I'm telling y'all we got to get our families back intact.
That's right.
Because the money game is going to be way different in 5 to 7, possibly less years. Woo. How you make money, the ways you make money today is going to be significantly different in a very short period of time.
Y'all got to pay attention. Woo, y'all got to pay attention.
Yeah. My God. Oh my
Crazy.
God. Let me get let me see here. Let's see. Jason is in the room. Pastor Tuck is in the room.
Yeah.
All right.
The crew.
The crew is in the building.
Come on, boys.
The crew.
Come on in, boys.
Y'all intentionally left us out of that first part of the conversation.
We did not.
I was like, boy, these jokes are flying through my head right now. Was the side chick telling the wife?
About the other side chick.
Absolutely.
Reverend Earls, what's up, sir?
Hey.
I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. Happy National Day of Prayer.
Come on, yes. Happy National Day of Prayer.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. How everything been going in your world, sir?
That's the step. Man, I'm encouraged, man. My oldest son is back from college, so we got the whole band back together.
Okay.
So that's good. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. And
Come on.
This was his first time being back home since I've taken over pastor at the church.
Wow.
And so he and I are pretty tight. And so
awesome.
Just hearing his perspective of how he sees things has been quite encouraging, man, and insightful.
That's awesome.
Good, man.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yay.
Absolutely.
It always feels good when the kids who either go off to college or they go off to work or they do something different at a different station of life and they come back home. And it's a great surreal moment when you have all your kids back in the house at one time together. It's like
indeed,
the gang is back together.
Except for
the band is
except
back.
for when it's 10:30 in the morning, he's still asleep. Like, get up.
Isn't that something? That's something about pure grown manhood that you like. It always irritated me if any of my sons was in the house with me and they were sleeping. I was awake like past 9 o'clock. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, you got nothing to do,
bro? Especially when you paying money to go to college. Like when I'm paying for tuition.
Yeah.
And you sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got home yesterday. Relax, chill, bro, chill. I'm like, yesterday, I said, bro, you gonna have to do something.
I'm telling you this.
They've been sleeping at school.
It's 10:30.
Right. Donnie, you're right.
They've been sleeping at school. And then they came home and they forgot. They just forgot they weren't at school.
So a tree fell down in the backyard Sunday. The one tree we got in the backyard fell down. I don't know when it happened. When we came home, the tree was in the yard, right?
Oh, wow.
So I was like, and we found out about it late. So it had been down for a minute by the time we found out, right? It was over into the road, right?
Oh, wow.
So I was like, I told you this. I said, yeah. I said, I got to go do something. I said, get Elijah to start bringing the pieces, out the road. And she told me, those are too heavy. And I said, hey, it's wood. Get there and get it. And so I was like, yo, this ain't going for too long. Number one, for HOA reasons. Number two, for just warm-out reasons. I'm like, yo, this ain't. Look, we about to go out here and knock this out. It don't need the tree being in the road. You got 3 grown men in the doggone house. Let's get this cut up. But the lawn service folks beat me to it. I was about to have a whole project, about to have a straight grown man project, and I'm like, dog, missed it. I had an opportunity here to.
It was a teaching moment.
Yes, men. That's that type of stuff bother grown men. It's like, hey, nah. Y'all gonna respond.
That guy said, "We making our money."
Stole your Joe Jackson moment.
There it is, y'all. Pastor Tucker's in the house.
Pastor Tuck.
So Pastor Tuck is trying to get in through Ecamm, Jaleel, and is Ebony on yet, Jaleel? Y'all give me a thumbs up. Okay, Ebony's in the building. Okay, all right. Let me go ahead and get Ebony in, and then y'all work out whatever y'all need to work out to get Pastor Tuck here. So let's go ahead and get this ladies and gentlemen conversation going. Donna, did I leave anything off the list? I know we had a couple things we're gonna talk about. Did I?
I think we're good. We were just going to talk about, Jamie Foxx and Missy Elliott. So let's do them real quick.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott is inducted in the Hollywood Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
First rapper.
First female rapper.
Yes, first female rapper to be inducted.
I was going to say Run DMC got in there first, didn't he?
First female rapper.
Yeah.
To be in
Portsmouth, Virginia's own. Let's go.
That is right.
Yes,
Portsmouth,
just from
Virginia.
Portsmouth.
Let's go.
Yep.
VA in the house.
All right. Yeah. And so we all claps for Missy Elliott. Jamie Foxx took to Instagram, they said.
Okay.
And so that is amazing. He just wanted to thank everybody for the prayers and whatnot. So Jamie Foxx, I guess he's conscious and he's on Instagram.
Was it a video or was it just a post?
No, it was just a post, which, could have been anybody, but we want to believe that it's him. That is him saying, appreciate all the love. So,
right.
So continued health and recovery time for Jamie Foxx. We want him back.
Okay.
We want him back.
That's praise God for that. 'Cause, I mean, they haven't really said what it is. I mean, the assumption is that it is a stroke. I'll say this: you talk about content, talk about production companies and all of that. They continued on.
They did
with his Shazam show, the Shazam Beat show. They moving right on along.
Nick Cannon is hosting.
So, and from what I understand, Nick kind of like this, hey, I'm just going to look out for you. Because, somebody else be trying to get your job. So, Nick got enough work, so he good.
Right. You don't have to worry about Nick trying to get you stuff.
But it's Netflix movie. Jamie Foxx Netflix movie. Has anybody seen the Jamie Foxx body double?
No.
When I tell you, that Joker looked like Jamie.
Yes. He plays for the Miami Heat.
Really? The guy who are you being silly, Jason? See, you can't never tell Jason. You can't. See, and I'm so gullible. I'm like, wait, okay.
No, listen. If you've been watching basketball, and you watch, everybody know who Jimmy Butler dude looks just like Jamie Foxx, especially what's that movie? When Jamie Foxx was playing the homeless dude.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Bro, every time I'm watching it, I was like, dude, that is Jamie Foxx hooping, boy.
But this guy right here is a bona fide Jamie Foxx body double. I'll tell you, this Joker look just like Jamie Foxx. It's crazy. And there's this new company called Voodoo. It's called Digital Voodoo. I think that's what it's called. But they're like the new AI. The company that is creating body doubles of so that Kendrick Lamar video when he was morphing into all these different people that came out, I think that was last year. He was rapping, his face kept flipping to all these different people, and it was seamless. They did that. They created that video. So I don't know for sure, but I got a sneaking suspicion with as much money as Netflix got, and Netflix had 8 days of principal photography left when Jamie Foxx had his situation.
Right. They
continued on shooting with his body double. My thought is that they continued on, and they gonna AI those scenes after in post production. And if Jamie gets back on his feet, or if they can find somebody that can do his voice, they'll do what's called AR, where they take you into the studio. All movies do this. All commercials. A lot of I've had to do that for stuff, our own productions as well as in other productions I was in. You essentially go into the studio and you look at the screen and you match your mouth. And so if you said something, if you cursed, or if you said something that you should, I didn't curse, but if you said something that you shouldn't have said or didn't say right, you can go in and say it right. Or if they change a line, or if something didn't work, something wasn't funny, or something wasn't emotional enough, you can go in, they can fix it that way. So yeah, it's an interesting process to watch this whole thing work out the way they're doing it now. But
you cursed.
I used to curse now. I used to curse. I used to curse on TV. I never cursed in a movie. Yeah, I never cursed in a movie. I've only done 2 movies, none of which y'all saw. And
we gotta find those.
Yeah,
I got DVD on the shelf with you cursing.
What DVD on the shelf you got me cursing, Pastor? I'm trying to think. What Pastor ain't got no DVD me cursing. No,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You know, I had to think for a minute. Quick funny story. So
I got you on that freak Nick video cursing.
Wait a minute. We got to get Ebony into the conversation. But have you has the Freaknik documentary out yet? Is it out yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think. Okay.
Think so.
All right.
Look at the Saints. Look at the Saints. Ain't seen it. I done seen it 3 times. I'm
still trying to sell my bonus footage.
No, I don't know.
Yo, let's get this conversation going. Oh, I was telling you a quick story. The story is just simple. That Elijah and Kalia had never heard me curse, and at all. I don't think they ever heard me. No, they didn't. No, because I might have said a couple of things out of pocket, but F-bombs, SHIT, all that stuff. And I played my old documentary that I'm going to release at some point. It's called No Joke. Everybody's in it. Steve Harvey, J. Anthony Brown, Samoa, Thea Vidal, the late Ronaldo Ray. It's a lot of folks in it. And but I'm cussing up a storm, and so I played it for them. And of course, I'm clearly young. I'm 27, 28 years old in the video, and younger. And they were like, Dad. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, I told y'all this is before I got saved. They're like, really? I like, they were shocked. They were I like, yeah, that's called BC, before Christ. Don't judge me. But yeah, I was cussing up a storm.
Can I say it? Can I say it?
No, you can't. No, you can't. Like one of the first clips was we was talking about promoters, and I said, yeah, I want my MF and money. And she's like, oh.
You said that.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta put that out. I gotta figure out where to put that out at though, because it's out there. It's like, it's real.
Listen, but I think this is me. This is not no opinion of the church. This is me.
This ain't Pastor Earl. This is Jason Earl.
It's perfectly clear.
I'm just saying, man. I think you put that stuff on whatever platforms. My church probably won't.
No, you can't put it on my church.
Yeah,
it'll be like bleep, bleep.
No. Listen. No.
My church after dark.
My church lights out. Yeah.
My church shut in.
Yeah.
Shut out.
But just the idea of, man, you're able to see your progression and the sanctification process that's happened over the years. I think I'm a fan of, hey, I'm gonna put some stuff out there that's not even the comedian that I am now, like a comedian with lesser skills. I put that stuff out there so you can look at it. If you're a true fan, if I'm a true fan of Akintunde, I want to see all of his stuff. If I'm a true fan of Earth, Wind, and Fire, I want to have all their hits.
Yeah.
If I can get my hand on some Earth, Wind, and Fire hits before they sign, and there's some footage of them in the hole in the wall, I want to see it. But I'm different. I recognize I'm different. That's what I'm saying. Hey, these opinions expressed do not. It's
not North Garland Baptist Fellowship.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Or the Akintunde show.
You listen, I've been talking about it. I need to pray about it. I realize I have not put any prayer towards that. Whether I should release that documentary and then how I should release it, because it's got some amazing footage on it. And when I say amazing footage, it's got again, people who have gone on. John Witherspoon is in it.
Pops.
Pops is in it. Ronaldo Ray.
See, bro.
Just
bleep it out. Bleep out the cuss words.
It might be
That's
like.
what I was getting ready to say.
Oh, it's a lot of
probably can't
bleeding.
hear nothing. Yeah, I can say you probably can't hear nothing.
I will say this.
Probably it'll probably sound like Morse code.
Do what you just said. Do voiceover. Do voiceover. You
Use
better
the
have
AI.
Mickey split money.
Yeah, Jason, you know it's crazy because first of all, it'll take so
Mickey
much
and Vicky.
work. It takes so much work to take all that cussing out. Like it literally take like probably a
I
good
want my
10
Mickey
days.
Ficky money.
10, yeah, Mickey. Hold on.
Get your jive turkey stuff out of here.
Jive turkey.
Okay, I promise you. Let's bring
You about
Ebony
to
into
get
the
knocked the tuck out.
bring Ebony into the conversation and bring Pat Tuck. If Pat Tuck is ready to come on screen, bring him on in.
I'm trying to get on. They won't let me in.
Okay, it might be something. Okay,
Y'all better let his Mickey split self in the.
bring Ebony on. Can you bring Ebony on, and then I'm gonna let y'all work on Pat Tuck. We can at least hear. Let's welcome.
Open the door before I knock somebody the tuck out.
Open the door.
Give Pat Tuck my spot.
Okay. Jaleel, I'm gonna let you. Jason, you about to click out? Okay, hold on. Okay, Jason.
Jason clicked out.
Ebony Funderburg.
I'm sorry.
Y'all seeing the Raw. This is the show Raw in its rawest form. Unmute
Hi,
Ebony. Ebony, y'all. Can we? Jaleel, can you unmute Ebony? Okay, good. All right, so Jaleel back there trying to work with all this.
I know.
Let me go to the comments. We've been talking for a long time. Let me go to the comments. See, I did today. Mm-hmm. This is what Donna's here to do. Donna's here to keep us on schedule.
You were doing good. You were doing so well. You were doing so well.
Jason started talking.
Leon said it'd be like a Biggie Small song played on the radio. Most of it has been redacted. It is. But don't you hate that when it's like, when I met you, I forgive
Say what?
The kids about version.
Right. They put that little puke on it, you know. Yeah, that little
Don't get Ashley Belly talking about kids. This thing ever.
I hate cuss word replacements. That's what I'm gonna ask Ebony about.
Wings of pizza.
I hate bring up.
Paul Briggs says, "Son of a biscuit." Son of a biscuit eater.
I hate cuss word replacements.
Either do it or leave it alone.
It's necessary.
Ebony Funderburg, what's up, sis? How you doing? Come on this conversation, in this lunacy.
Okay,
What's up, Ebony?
y'all are cracking
Hey,
me up
Ebony.
with the we're gonna clean up the cuss word. I mean, you know what I call that? Christian cussing. I do that all the time.
So do you got like your own little stable of replacements?
Yes. Absolutely. I say what the devil all the time.
What the devil?
Replace,
What the devil?
The hell
What the
word.
devil? Wow. What's my
And some
cuss
people
word?
say shut the front door.
Yeah. That's a blatant cuss word replacement. That's actually become now. It's kind of cool now. People use it so much. Shut the front door. It's like you really saying, shut the F up. You might go ahead and cuss. Yeah.
I love saying this when it's hot. I'm like, woo, I need some A mother C in it.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all one. This is one that I picked up from my sister Monique, and she uses it. She would laughingly say, she said, y'all know the Christian is in the room. I can't cuss. I can't say what I want to say, but she would say, this is a mucking fest. And I was like, that is hilarious. I've used that a couple of times.
The F or M.
But you gotta be careful with that because you mess around and you don't say everything properly.
Yeah, that's
a mucking fest.
Close with me.
That's close. So Eunice told me one time. She said, She said, you need to stop saying that because you're gonna mess around.
And you're gonna
say
say
the real thing one day.
Yep.
You need to stop saying that. Mucking fest.
Celeste King said, my go-to is shucky ducky.
Shout out to
Shucky Ducky.
Shucky Duck Quack. Shucky Duck. Or how about this? Hamburger.
Donna Reed, Leon Campbell.
Hamburger.
Leon Campbell.
Yeah.
Worse than English dubbing for karate movies back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Dude lips still moving but finished talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's not
Keep reading, keep wording, keep
down it.
down.
Oh, y'all want me to say this?
I'm not reading that, Jason. I'm not.
Yeah, because I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that. No,
And they wanted me to say it.
I'll say Mucking Fest if I say that. I'm not saying that. Let me say this right here.
That's the R. Kelly lyric.
Yes.
Okay, so I got a text yesterday. Okay, and the text said, now I'm just gonna tell you what the text said. I had nothing to do with this. That text said, "Send Ebony Funderburk my way." I said, first of all, Ebony Funderburk is not a piece of mail that I can just ship to your house. She's not an Amazon package. It was like, cause so Ebony, we played a chunk of our conversation in the show on Tuesday. All right, so one of my friends. Oh, wait, I got you. One of my friends.
Okay.
Hit me on text. Yeah. Send your girl Ebony my way. I said, okay. I said, you need to make that connection. I'm not doing that.
I could probably guess which one of your friends said that too. Sent you that text.
You probably. You know what? I we'll talk after. I can guarantee you did not.
I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna text you because I know who said that. I bet you I know who said that.
You text me. I guarantee you don't. Because when I tell you, you probably would be. Yeah, you don't. But listen, we talked about this whole conversation again. Jaleel, if you got the video ready, play it again. Because I want to play it in just a hot second. But of course, the topic is ladies and gentlemen. That's the series we're in right now. So we talked about the fact that Ebony came in and had a conversation. I want to do what Donna always says. Y'all, Donna threw some shade our way. You weren't on the show, Jason, that day, but she was like, yes. She was like, it's no balance. I'm just sandwiched between Ak, Pastor Tuck, and Jason. I'm the only woman. I'm like, okay, all right. I said, so when we have this conversation, let's make sure
she was showing out. She was showing out, Jason.
Showing out, yeah. Right. So
because I had some backup. Wrangling you cats is a job. Wrangling cats.
So
thank you, Ebony.
So I said, let me get Ebony into this conversation.
Yes,
Ebony, and so Ebony gave some great insight, and it's a good conversation. But again, and I actually found out the brother's name. Let me pull his name up now, because I didn't have his name before.
What's his name?
No, it wasn't Pastor Tuck. That's not who it was. Ironically, no, it wasn't that. Yeah. This is fun. I thought you would never guess who it was. Let me find the brother's name. Hold on. Sean McBride. Sean McBride is he has a company. His company is called Couples Counseling. Okay, and he's in Maryland. He's in and I'm gonna give you his phone number too. I'm gonna give y'all his phone number. He's in Bowie, Maryland. All right. He does. I believe he does couples counseling. He and his wife. 301-615-4510. He didn't ask me to advertise that. 301-615-4510. That's his company. That's his office. But he does couples counseling. So he not like some renegade dude just out here, spitting off spouting off what's on his mind, what he think. He got some. He really put himself out there, I believe, because when I tell you, the ladies came for him.
Yeah, they did.
Came for me too. Okay, let me see how many views it is now. Last night it was 72,000.
Yeah,
72,000 views, thousands of comments. Like every few minutes I get a comment. Somebody said, Jason, when I tell you the most of the women, shade. I'm talking about shade.
As the young folks say, they felt some kind of way.
They felt some kind of way.
Right. Yeah.
They were triggered.
That
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It was right.
There we go.
There it is.
So
Ebony said it.
Ebony, I'm gonna let you hit it right there.
In their bosom.
Just jump in, Ebony.
So jump right in on this, right? Because you said they were tricked, and then after Ebony gives her first thought, I'm gonna play the video yet again. The video that started all this mess. I listen. I just posted this a couple of weeks ago. I just posted it.
Wait, no, play the video. I think we should.
Okay.
I should say my points in context.
Get some context.
There we go.
Yes.
Go ahead. Run that beautiful bean footage, Jaleel. Have you found it hard over the years to meet eligible men that meet your criteria?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I think that is really an issue that we have in our community specifically, because there's some things that he said.
No, I apologize. Come back to go play the video from the brother. The video.
Hey, that was good too, though. I was like,
well, she can restate that.
Right.
Hey,
yeah.
We got her live and in person.
That's the video
right
that got
here.
her requested.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
That right there.
Play that video.
That video got something.
Evidence said, "Put that back up, Jaleel. Put that back up."
No,
Yes.
but no, they somebody, and I will say this, not a short brother. Okay, I know that's one of Ebony's requirements because Ebony, full disclosure, is 5'11". Okay,
you don't need no Zacchaeus, man.
Ebony, it's always like this, Ebony.
If Jesus got to say, "You come down."
but hey, I know she don't. But what if Zacchaeus is the one? What if? Listen. What if he the one though? What if he got the money? He got the swag.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Why the brothers always listen? Let me tell you, this is the plight of my life.
Go ahead,
It's
Ebony.
one of the few requirements that I have. At least let him be taller than me. And everybody's always like, "But what if God's sending you a short brother?"
Hey,
She said we're gonna have to have a conversation.
She would have been.
We're gonna have to have a
We just
conversation.
wanna
That's
know.
right.
That's
right.
And for the record, my ex-husband was shorter than me.
Oh, see,
Okay.
see. Now she has a reason. She has a legitimate reason. Okay.
She
because I'm gonna
said,
say
I won't do that
these
no
short
more.
brothers catch it.
She's like,
No.
I'm looking up from here on out.
That's
looking up.
Jaleel, you got the video ready, but let me say this
Yeah.
here before we go to the video. Let me say this right here. I never forget when I was in college. Never forget. And anybody who went to Savannah State University back in that like 88 to 92 era, I'm telling you, it was a dude. This dude, when I tell you this dude was little, he was little. He had one of the baddest girls on campus. And I was like, how the heck? This dude pulling, but his swag, his confidence was on 12. Always was. I'm talking about this joker he was a little dude.
That's like Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
Hey, they don't understand. Confidence is the secret weapon.
Yeah. You know,
And maybe something else.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna go there, Ebony. Thank you, but you know, I was like, you know,
How would you Christian young
Y'all got the
ladies
right
know
one in the
these
room
things?
today.
yes.
Y'all got the right
See,
one.
I got some backup. This what I'm talking
today.
about. This what I'm talking about.
look at
I
Donna's
got
gas
you,
up.
Donna. I got you.
Thank you. Thank
Donna's
you.
gassed up.
Thank you.
I just thought about in preschool when they were teaching this different rate. They said, speak soft but carry a big stick.
Always.
Well,
No, I'm saying like so you can be soft
Walking tall.
all I say is this.
Hey,
All I say is
there's
this.
a difference between horizontal and vertical.
Yes.
Legend has it. That's all I'll say.
Legend.
Okay, all right.
Let's roll the footage.
Let's roll the
Roll
footage.
the
That started it all.
Roll the footage.
Number one. one thing that brothers are telling me in the counseling office that they want in their relationship is RESPECT. Let me tell you today what respect looks like to your man. Number one is admiration. Do you admire him as a man? Number two, appreciation. Do you appreciate him for who he is and for what he does? Number three, surrendering and submitting to his leadership, that you allow him to lead. Number four, respect says, I will pay you attention as my man. I will give you undivided attention. Number five, respect is, I will make myself available for you. Number six, I will keep myself attractive for you. Number seven, I will attend to your needs. And number eight, I will articulate your love language.
Yeah, and I posted the video because I was trying to help ladies understand the heart of a man, some of the inner workings of a man, whether you agree with it or not. Okay, whether you understand it fully or not, whether you think it's required or not. Whatever it is, however you feel, I just want the information to be out there. Listen, you might not feel like exercising, but exercising will extend your life. You might not think it's important to eat right, but if you eat right, it'll extend your life. I was trying to give some information out there because I want black families and all families to thrive. That's what I want. That's what it was. But let me read what some of the ladies said.
They tried to eat you up.
What they say?
They came for him.
Shade.
They came for him.
Really?
Can you get it
Really,
enough?
Petty.
To Pastor Tuck's point, a lot of people had a problem with me with the side chick repellent post that I put up over the top. But that was to make
you, Petty Murphy.
No, that was to make sure that you clicked it. A lot of women would not have clicked it if I'd have put over there, hey, find out what your man's emotional needs. I'm not clicking that. I'm not clicking that.
Why are we offended about the term side chick if you're not side chicking?
Okay, let me. Okay,
What?
let me, Jason. Jason, I'm taking your point. Ebony, I'm coming to you first. I want to hear your response to the video. I'm gonna read some of the comments that the lady said. Melinda said, "Ain't no way. He doesn't want a wife. He wants a mother." And I will never sign up for that. I'm so glad I'm single. 2 exclamation marks. Okay. Dr. Sharon Oliver Whitehurst. I didn't want to say her whole name. She said, how is these things respect? These things are not synonyms of respect. What brothers saying they are giving to show respect? Okay. We got a lot of that. Demetria says, so in summary, it's do everything for me that makes me feel good to be with you. It's a never-ending pandering and most definitely unrealistic expectation of another human being just because they're in a relationship with you. Huge red flag. Okay. Mo said, what type men telling you this? That's funny. Like I can hear the attitude in that one sentence.
What type of man is telling you this?
What type of men saying it? Are these men leading by doing these things for their partner and consistent with it, or only focus on getting what he needs? Question mark. I'm just saying it matters how he lead and treat his partner. Charmaine said,
nope.
Charmaine said, it's a whole losing battle out here. Ladies, love yourself unconditionally. Interesting.
Yeah.
And I'll read this one. Nima said, this is a long list. Side eye. Is this for stay-at-home wives with no children, unlimited wardrobe shopping, beauty salon trips, and gym memberships? If so, it might be possible. Okay, so then I'm not going to read this, but it was a couple of folks. It was a number of brothers that came into the conversation. It was like, what's the problem? And a couple of brothers started going at some of the sisters in the comments. Like one brother was like, yeah, I went to your page. I see what you all about. Like, y'all really, oh yeah. The comments. The comments are entertaining. I'm talking about paragraph battles. One lady was like, "Oh, I see you have mama issues." I was like, "Oh," I'm like, and he was like, "I went to your page and you, it was a mess." Ebony, I want to hear after you've had this some time to digest this. Even after me and you talked about this actually on Monday, we played it on Tuesday, but we actually on Monday. And then, of course, even you hearing, seeing it again. Your thoughts, ma'am?
Well, okay, first of all, just about Jason, what's the problem with the side chick comment? This is why it was so triggering.
Uh-oh. Ebony went out. Ebony went out. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Right,
there you go.
Okay,
you back. You saying something good too. Go ahead.
Okay,
The
so you hear
sister
me?
started
You hear me?
bleeping her. She started using some of those words.
First,
That Clubhouse stopped. The Clubhouse.
the black woman said, first of all, and call you
the
a
first-
The devil.
See something wrong with that Mickey Ficky.
So what I was going to say, part of the reason why this was immediately triggering for people, unfortunately, was your clickbait, because you used the term side chick. So when I started rolling down the comments, a lot of the comments I read was, and he will still cheat after you do all of this.
Right.
And I do feel like women come from a perspective of, we give, and we don't get in return. It's not reciprocal. So even when we were having our conversation about balance, I don't think that the things he was laying out was, too far to the left. But where it becomes extreme is then if you don't say, and for women, what they expect or what they're looking for in a relationship is X, Y, and Z, because it's two people that have to come to a table to reciprocate. Even when he was talking about love languages is not a one-way street, and I shared this on our conversation on Tuesday.
Correct.
Love language, knowing somebody's love language is an act of selflessness. It's an act of giving, because your love language may not be what their love language is. So then you're really saying, okay, so I know his love language is gifts, just mine is physical touch, so I want to have some PDA. My man may not feel PDA, right?
Yeah.
But if he knows that's what makes me happy, then he's going to walk in that for me so that he can communicate love to me. And for me, if he likes gifts, then I'm gonna go get him a little, whatever, a man weave or whatever he's looking for to communicate to him that I love him. We talked about man weave. Okay.
Speaking of petty,
that was some shade.
Shade.
We talked about the man weave.
Wow.
That was
an eclipse.
But the other piece too is that make sure that men understand what these things are. Like when they talked about surrender, okay, that was a triggering word.
Yeah.
Or being submissive to leadership. A lot of men interpret leadership as dictatorship. A lot of men don't know what it means to lead their household. And if we pattern it after Jesus, who is the ultimate leader and showed what leadership is while he was walking on earth, we saw that there was servitude as well. He was not afraid to serve. He was not afraid to make himself low and wash his brother's feet. How about that? That's not cute. So, I mean, I think that there had to be some balance in the conversation. And I think why that was so triggering is A, because you did say side chick. You did say side chick. And B, yes.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I just find it ironic that we talked about reciprocation and then you went Jesus, because Jesus wasn't looking for reciprocation.
Say that.
When you look at First Peter, when he was reviled, he didn't revile in return. He uttered no threats. And then it goes on in chapter 2 says likewise. And what Peter gives as what's healthy in a marriage is when one person gives without expecting reciprocity, excuse me.
Say that.
Right. But when he talks about the commandments of God, when he was asked about the commandments, and he said the first commandment is to love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. The second is to love your neighbor as yourself. To me, when we're talking about loving God, and I'm using Jesus because his relationship is supposed to be a representation of the bride and the bridegroom. And I'm just saying, if we are going to be in a relationship with someone, then it should be patterned after what the word says, that love is reciprocal. The Lord shows us we love him, but he also wants us to show him that we love. Wait, the Lord shows us that he loves us, but he also wants us to show him that we love him. And how do we show him? He lays that out very clearly. And I think that's important, that when we're talking about relationships with people, that we understand that there is a balance and that it is reciprocal. Because there are a lot of people who do not love God, although he loves them, but their choice not to love God is also going to lead them in a place where they're not going to want to be when judgment day comes. That's all I'm saying.
Now, let me tag in here real quick, Jason, because
hold back the cat.
Donna, I need you to tag too.
Hey, I got you.
We in WWF.
It's the cats. This where the cats. They get wild.
Ricky Steamboat coming off the rope.
Yeah, because hey, this is exactly what we're talking about here. Because if you really want to get technical in all this,
here we go.
What he's literally saying, because you brought this in here, you brought Jesus in here, so we gonna go with Jesus because you brought Jesus in here.
Okay.
And if you look at what he just said, and we're gonna go totally with the context of what he just said, and what he just laid out was the requirements. What he's saying, this is what the man is saying, and in that relationship scenario, and Jesus himself defined that. The man is supposed to be Jesus in that scenario. The woman is representative of the bride, the church. In that scenario, in that relationship, that's the illustration that Jesus uses when he talks about marriage, because he says, "Wives, submit unto your husband as unto the Lord."
Right, and husbands love your wives.
The church.
Right.
Exactly. Right. So look at whose perspective he's talking about. He's talking from Jesus's perspective, because he's talking about the men, right? And so when he's saying what men are looking for, he's saying, okay, men are looking for the wives to be submitted. And you're saying that's a trigger word. So when Jesus says, "I want you to submit to me," why is that a trigger word?
No, she didn't say that.
No, let me tell you, I didn't say that. I think when we're talking about submission, the reason why it becomes a trigger for women is because men don't understand what submission looks like. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of them take it as a dictatorship, and there's a difference between leadership and dictatorship. That's what I'm saying. And that's why
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. When we say, you say submission and it's a trigger, that becomes a problem, because when we say that, we're looking at the concept, and that's the problem. We have to deal with the concept first before we start dealing with the individual.
Well, the trigger is the word.
A lot of the problem is, and that's the problem. That is the word. That's Jesus's word. It's not the man's word.
Yes, but
Jason and I both deal with this all the time when we do premarital counseling. And as soon as we sit down and we start talking about submission, you can see the tension come up in the room.
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute, we didn't make this up. You just read this in the scripture with us.
I don't want you to get me wrong. I'm not coming for you. I'm not coming for you. I'm coming for the fact that when we say that this becomes a trigger for women, this is something that ladies need to deal with. And my wife teaches on this all the time. Submission is not a bad word. No, it's not.
And that's an issue that they have to deal with in themselves.
But you know what?
Right.
I think
there are a lot of men that don't understand
Pastor
that concept.
I'll say
Pastor Lewis, can I just?
But
cats.
Go ahead, Jason.
Go ahead. No,
finish that, Jason.
No, he's talking about the cowboy shirt. No, we didn't. Ebony, go ahead. Respond, Pastor.
I think part of the problem is not the term submission or that women should submit to their wives. Because their husbands rather, but because I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think the problem has come in that people have defined what submission is in error. And if you present submission in a way that is clear, concise, biblical, and where both parties understand what submission looks like, then I don't think you have a problem with women submitting. I think over the years, however, what we have seen demonstrated to us, by our grandparents or great grandparents or whatever is more of a dictatorship. The man has all the money, I'm telling you from real life experience, because this is part of my family history. Beats his wife, has a woman on the side, holds all the money. She's got 12 kids or whatever. And she doesn't leave because in her mind, this is what submitting to my husband looks like. But it doesn't take into account that the husband is not operating in leadership or understanding what submission. He is running the house like a dictator. And I think that's been demonstrated so much that when people hear the word submission, that's what they think. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that's how they interpret it. The job for us is to come in and teach people what real submission looks like from both perspectives. That's what I'm saying. So when women are seeing the word, they're getting triggered because they're only getting triggered by what they've seen demonstrated. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying it's what it is.
Hold on, Pastor. Let me pay a little, some bills here. Looking for promotional products and apparel? Look no further than P&B Promotionals. Place your brand and logo on just about anything with P&B Promotionals. Over 800,000 products. Hats, mugs, backpacks, bottles, cups, and of course t-shirts. P&B Promotionals is a nationally certified advertising institution. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. pbpromotional.com, and make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Akintunde show. Imprinting the best for less. P&B Promotionals. Let's get back into the conversation, y'all. And I think I'm gonna come back to Pastor Tuck, and then we're gonna read some of y'all comments too. And then I want to throw some other little curves and bombs into the room. But I'll say this. I think that the game has gotten messed up based on what was seen in the past.
Yeah.
But here's the whole thing. The problem is there's a lot of good that wasn't seen. Right? So I'm gonna shout out my Uncle Lester. My Uncle Lester has always been a solid man. Took care of his wife and his two sons, went in the military, served 20-some years, retired from the military, got a good job, took care of his house. You know, he's accomplished a level of wealth. He has always been a good example of a good man, right? I don't see Uncle Lester in movies because in most cases, the black man is painted as the villain in the movie, right? So maybe it's just not sexy storytelling. Maybe it just feels good or looks better to have a brother who does all these bad things, right? You watch a movie like For Color Girls, every dude in the movie was horrible. And they're the worst jokers. These jokers killing kids and giving people HIV. I'm like, God, dog, can I get a good person in the whole movie? There's some horrible jokers top to bottom.
Color Purple.
Color Purple. Color Purple. I'm saying it right here publicly. One of the worst movies for the African-American family in history. And all black people watch The Color Purple. That's my favorite movie. You are sowing yourself bad seeds. Harpo was weak. Mister was terrible. Grady was absent. What the heck? Mr. Daddy was horrible. Celia, you had my sympathy.
I love that part.
See,
here they go. Right?
Me and you will never put my key together. But what that does is,
all my life, I had to fight.
Nothing but death can
keep you. A girl ain't safe in a house full of men.
Papa, who this here woman?
You sure is ugly.
Look, all of us.
Okay, my man.
Time to go.
Can recite segments of the movie top to bottom. Top to bottom. Guess what?
Can't you shut that girl up?
Your needs a wife.
What? Why wasn't there at least one
Daddy ass married now?
What? The only man, guess what? The only man who was a technical good man in the movie? Watch this.
Where's the pastor?
He had no lines.
Where's the pastor?
The Negro had no lines.
Ooh.
Her daddy, the only thing he did in the whole movie, was come down and gave her a hug. And the other time, he got up and walked out the room. Not one line. Not one line.
Oh my!
Do y'all think that happened by accident?
He died on top of me.
Mr. like a silly daddy. This Joker might have been the worst Joker to ever walk the planet. This Joker, he raping his daughters. He raping both his daughters. He done killed his wife. She died of a broken heart. Cause she know he done had 2 kids from his daughter. He waiting to have sex with the other one. And then the new wife, she 12. Okay, when they got married.
Don't trade places with me.
And how he died? On top of me. What am I saying, y'all? It paints a bad picture.
And everybody watches this movie.
Not watch it. If they watching it, Donna.
Yeah, I say everybody.
We all watched it. I done seen The Color Purple 18 times. Top to bottom, through and through to the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Ebony,
But have you read the book?
I have not read the book.
Listen.
I have not read the book. I know the book is worse. The book is worse.
It's totally different.
With you.
It's way different. I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask.
So let me ask you this. What?
You've been on my mind, oh, sister.
Mocha asked the question I have. Was it good or bad different? Was it better?
Oh.
Or was it worse?
No, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible,
okay. I thought so. That's what I thought.
Because it went into it gave you a whole different perspective on Suge and Celie's relationship.
Oh. So they went deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the whole thing.
Dude, it's scarring.
And what you must have to do is realize who Alice Walker is too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole other show, but you have to realize who Alice Walker is. Because again, let me tell you something. Any creative got an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of us has an agenda.
It's true.
Okay, Ebony hosts a whole show called Mommy Moments by the Glamazon Mom. She has an agenda. Her agenda is to help families. So, and that's coming through with every piece of content that she creates. And it's the same thing with Alice Walker. That's to another show, topic for another day. But there's an agenda there, right? And the agenda does not benefit us as African Americans, as the African American family. I'm saying that. Now, holler at your boy. Send me your emails. I'll take them. Y'all gave me enough shade on the video. I'll take it. But back to the video. Back to the video. Here's my thing. And we kind of got went off on the road of about the word submission, right? But this is my thing to Ebony and Donna, right? Here's the thing. And this is my whole point. Let me tell y'all something. If God designed this human body this way, now again, I'm not the first person to use this analogy, but if you got the head and then you got the neck, if I brought a dude to Ebony and said, Ebony, I got a brother for you. Got a little problem though. Nah, he got a neck head. Okay, meaning his neck is on top of his head. Now, if you ain't got no problem with that, he a good man. He's 6'3", good looking, got money, okay, Christian, saved, God-fearing man, but he got a neck head, right? So it's a little out of sorts when you look at it because his neck is on top of his head. What am I saying by that? God designed this thing in a specific way to work a particular way. When it's out of sorts, it looks weird. Guess what? That means it ain't working properly. That means this dude right here, when he talking, when he should be turning his head, he turned his neck and his neck is moving instead of his head moving. That's a problem. And everybody that would see this person would see it as such. You might deal with it. You might not shun him. Ebony probably ain't gonna go out with him, but she probably, but What?
You said he was good looking, even
Good looking?
with a neckhead. If
Got a
he's
neckhead.
good, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Can I just say
That's
that?
right.
Okay.
That's
All
right.
right. All right. All right.
Evan said we can get him a hat to go on top of that neck.
Look, he can wear scarves. He can define it with what scarves he can wear.
He can put on a bonnet.
Every time he goes somewhere,
If you wear a scarf,
A bonnet.
it's gonna be on top of it.
We can put a little
Hey.
figure tie on.
Man on film.
as soon as he walk in, as soon as he walk in, people tell me, you don't want him to take the hat off. You don't ask him to take the hat off. Don't. Ooh.
Don't you want to take your hat off inside, bro? No, I'm good.
Every like that.
Take
No, he's
your hat
fine.
off.
He's
Just
fine.
take his hat off.
And you know he's fine.
That's
Y'all
right.
trying to start
That's
something.
right.
You're not gonna do me. You know what? I'll see you next time, Donna. We're gonna go ahead and leave because they trying to be funny. Okay, come on here. Come on here, neckhead. Come on, neckhead. Come on, neckhead.
That's my man, and I'm sticking by
See,
him.
y'all supposed to be Christians, and y'all gonna make fun of my man. But my point is that God designed this thing to work a certain way.
Right.
And guess what?
Yeah.
Here's the whole thing. We violate all these principles in the earth, and guess what? That's why we got all this doggone global warming, all these storms, and I got a turtleneck on in May. That's the devil. That's the devil. What's going on? People having all kind of strange sicknesses and diseases and ailments. That's because we eating food. We eating weird food. Okay. Do you know, y'all? Do you know now that they literally passed a law that these jokers can grow chicken in a lab?
Oh man, they've been doing it They've been doing it
In a lab.
They've been doing it.
Chicken in a lab, Donna. It's now legal. You can grow chicken in a lab. What the hell?
Plant-based.
No.
Plant-based diet.
Ebony, this ain't. I'm about to say this ain't no plant-based chicken. This is lab.
No. We need to go to plant-based diet.
Guess what?
It is.
They've been growing fish. Tilapia is not real.
That's a plant-based.
Yep, tilapia is the most strange
Tilapia
made-up
is
fish.
not real.
I tell people, if you eat tilapia, you might well go and eat you some beef. You might well get you a Whopper.
They've been growing fish.
My-
Now
Put them on some tacos.
My
chicken.
point-
It's pretty good.
My point is this right here. All these I'm about to mess y'all up. All these little cute little dogs, them little cute little perfect dogs. They don't shed, no allergies. Some of them don't menstruate. These little perfect
Let's
dogs.
go, Artie.
Something is wrong, y'all. So hey, one day them dogs gonna wake up and little Pookie gonna be in the room. He like, go on back in there. Pookie like, nah. Time to get this work on. And you're like, what? You heard what I said.
And he gonna talk.
He gonna talking.
I ain't going back in the room.
You heard what I
You-
said, Ebony. Go in there and get that, open that safe up and get me that money. Dogs run this thing right now. Dogs taking them all over the world. Let's get this work. Your kids like, mommy.
She ain't your mother. Sit down.
Sit down. I'm sick of y'all. I
Donna.
ain't sitting in nobody's lap no more. I'm not sitting in y'all lap. I'm sick of this.
Lord Jesus.
Sick of this.
But it's the same thing with relationships, y'all.
Yes.
It's the same thing with relationships. We out of sorts. That's why
We out of sorts.
all the ladies were triggered, taking Ebony's word, were triggered by the mere mention of the word submission. Guess what? Ladies were triggered by this brother simply telling you what men need. Now, some ladies said, thank you. I didn't know this. This is good information, great insight for me to have. But some women was like, I'm good. That's why I stay divorced. Okay.
They did.
Okay.
They did say that.
Go ahead and rock it.
They did. Yep.
What? And guess
God
what?
I'm
They said,
single.
men,
And then, you know, in the petty list, the petty part of me, one lady said that. She said it's so cold and callous. I clicked the page.
I
clicked the page and went and looked at the
do
page.
it. Don't do it.
I was like, baby, you need a man.
And he's gonna do it.
You need a man. You need a man. You on there talking about why? I don't understand. When you give yourself to a person and and then they turn around and do this. I'm like, sis, all these little comments, all these little crazy little comments. If you crazy on Facebook like this, I know you crazy in person. I know you wilding. I know. I'm sorry.
But you know the thing about all this, with him saying all of this, what they came to the conclusion was, in a lot of the comments, was that you do all this and he gonna cheat anyway. And
right.
You know, and I was like, wow, y'all went from him giving you information to he gonna cheat anyway. So these are hurt women looking at these comments from hurt men that are giving this information.
I just
I said side chick.
Exactly.
I said side chick.
Okay, okay. So let me explain that, and then Jason, I saw you. Let me say this right. Here's why I put the side chick repellent.
Side chick.
Okay. Here the reason why I say that, okay, is because this here's the fact. I've never seen a man cheat on his wife and cheat up. Never. I've never seen a dude, and I've seen plenty of them do it. I've never seen a dude cheat on his wife and cheat up. When you look at the woman he cheat with, you like, you know what? That's wrong. That's jacked up. But God, though, I mean, you got to admit, I mean, it's wrong. It's terrible. God is not pleased. But old girl bad though. Old girl got she a smart girl. Old girl got a great career. Old girl really is holding him down. I've never seen it. In most cases, in my experience, when I see a man cheat, I'm like, really, bruh? You threw away your kids in 17 years of marriage for that?
Well, scallywag.
Wait a second. And then the times I've had the opportunity to talk to him, I said, oh, okay, you're wrong, bro. You're wrong. Not a but. Here's the thing. It's a period behind it. You're wrong, period. Women got to understand how these side chicks pick your pocket sometimes. That's what I'm saying. It's wrong. And if you rooted in God, you ain't gonna nobody can cause you to cheat. Ain't nothing so bad like I say, you know what, God dang it, I'm gonna show you this. I'm about to go get me a side chick. God ain't gonna sanction that. God like, go ahead. She mad. That's right. She wrong. Go ahead and get you a side chick. I got you. No, that ain't how that work. You about to catch Hades. you about to blow up your life. you about to ruin yourself because you don't have principles, standards, and core values, right? But what I'm saying, but it's because side chicks know how to front, know how to play, know how to present themselves to be that voice of reason. You're a great man. I know you're struggling, but you're a great man. I know she don't see it, but you're a good man. I got a joke I do on stage. I don't do it everywhere. I do it sometimes. And I talk about sometimes women get a little offended by talking about. I say, well, if a dude show up to a house show up to a side chick house, he got 2 boxes of cereal. It's 2 different responses. Then them 2 boxes of cereal at his house, and we show up to the side chick house. He show up to the side chick house, she like, oh my God, you thought about these kids, and you brought these kids some Lucky Charms and some Dig 'em Smacks. Oh, you's a good man. The fact that you would stop by the store and pick up this cereal for these kids. Kids, come out here and say thank you to Mr. Charles. Thank you, Mr. Charles, for getting the cereal. Thank you. Charles take them 2 same box of cereal to the house. Yeah, you stop by the store. You picked up some cereal. Did you get some milk, Charles? You took your ignorant behind to the whole dang on store, and you went in there and didn't get no milk. So you got all this cereal, and you didn't get no milk. You was a boo-boo fool. My mama told me not to mess with you. See, oh my God dang it. I just tried to drop by the store and grab some cereal. God dang. Now Charles in the car for 2 hours, upset. when all that should have been said was, thank you, babe, for getting the kids some cereal. Tomorrow, could you bring some milk back to go along with it?
On your way home, could you stop and get some milk, though?
It
don't taste as good with water as it does with milk.
Yes, the kids mentioned it. Oh, you know what he gonna say? Oh, my bad. I ain't even think about that doggone milk. My bad. I got you, babe. I got you. Yeah, you know what? I ain't even thought about that. Duh. But see, that side chick.
I'll Instacart some milk. Don't worry about it.
There we go. There we go. So that was the whole side chick.
Ebony, you own it right there.
I'm a wife, honey. I'm a wife.
You winning. You winning, girl. You winning.
I got you.
You winning.
I got you.
Hold on.
Yes.
Look at the foolishness in the comment. Leon Campbell is a certified nut. Leon said that cereal keeps the kids quiet while he and the side chick have fellowship. God.
And to that point.
And to that point.
You know, the side chick is not he bringing stuff to her that is not expected in her household. When you're married, things are expected. You know, y'all give and y'all give and y'all give. So if she's bringing, he got some cereal. I got cereals today, and she probably got on her phone, huh? He done bought me some cereal. I'm trying to work my way up to some shoes, girl, though, because you know, and my phone bill, because I gotta get my phone bill paid too.
So, but Ebony,
it's that 80-20 rule. Like in that movie, Tyler Perry, why did we get married? It's that 80-20
why did I
rule.
get married? Yes.
Yes.
You know,
you're right.
The side chick don't require but 20%.
That's right.
Yeah. Is she glad to get that 20%?
Is she really glad to get that 20%? And it sends you back home to your wife. How about that?
Yeah.
So is it true that 80% of the women do 20% of the work? I'm just playing.
Hold on. We ain't got one in the day. Here we go.
Same I shall.
So we so far over. We over already. My bad. It's my fault. It really is my fault today. A lot of times it's Jason and Pastor Tuck's fault. It's legitimately my fault today. Donna gave me a rundown.
I did.
Off the rails.
Play some part in it too. I just want you to know. She was right along with me and Donna. This is blessing my soul right now. I'm just saying.
Your sidekick Ebony has been driving too. She went right in the side passenger seat of the car.
Ebony.
Yes.
We all driving along, and she pulled right off the highway right behind us. She like. But back to the point, back to the video. Hey, I want everybody, and I want Ebony. I just want to know. I want the ladies to know, Ebony, and so I'm speaking my heart here. I want the ladies to know that there was no malicious intent. I know Pastor Tucker been calling me petty all week, but
Petty Murphy.
Petty Murphy. I promise you.
Petty LaBelle.
I promise you.
My
intentions were good. I was not trying to be Petty LaBelle. So
that is hilarious.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That's hilarious. But so and I do want to make sure I leave room to ask Ebony one question about this. Donna and I and Pastor Tucker and I talked about it on Tuesday. I would love to get Jason and Ebony's point of view on this. But before I go to that, Ebony, do you think what needs to happen? There we go. Thank you, Holy Ghost. What needs to happen for the ladies to not be so offended by this brother simply stating what a man needs or giving a quote unquote list? That list conversation offended a lot of ladies. So I'm talking about. So what needs to happen? What can brothers do? Here we go. What can men do to make that go down a little bit smoother?
There has to be balance. So, Ak, if you want to turn around and post a doctor, therapist woman who gets on and says, I talk to so many women that are in marriages, and here are some of the things that they need from their husbands. I think that's fair. But I do think it's appropriate to say, that this is what we've heard from men, and we're going to showcase what we hear from women, because I think women feel like a lot of times that they're doing this and they're doing it for someone who's being narcissistic. And we live in a very narcissistic society.
Yes.
That it's all about me.
Right.
And it's not about how we can, being reciprocal. I love that word reciprocal, because I believe when you're reciprocal with a woman, she will give you the world. She don't mind washing your dirty drawers. Okay. She really does. If you're treating a woman right, you need her to submit. Baby, what you want? You want some tonight, baby? I'll make sure I take my shower before we go to bed. She ain't stopping.
Right.
But a lot of times we don't have, I talked about in our conversation on Tuesday about men not being taught how to be men. And also, there needs to be this conversation about defining what a good marriage is, what it looks like, and some therapy. And I'm very grateful that we are in a place where we are going to therapy. And I think you made that point on Tuesday, and it was excellent. These brothers are talking to someone and they're sharing and being sensitive and open, so we need to embrace that and then also come to the table with our therapy.
Okay, so great, and I appreciate that. And now here's my one. It's not even it's a response. It's a slight pushback, but it's a response.
I like the word pushback.
Do you think we have that already in some cases? Like for me, I've said this a lot in public and in private. I think there's a lot of forums where we get a woman's perspective. There is very few forums where you get a heterosexual Black Christian male point of view in media. Wait, but talking about life, family, and relationships. Where do you get a Black heterosexual Christian male point of view in media?
I'm pushing back.
Go ahead.
I'm pushing back.
Go ahead.
Because the biggest popularity thing we saw running during COVID was old boy talking about how to get a high quality man and what a high quality woman looks like.
Okay,
and
how
if you're over 40, you might as well be giving away your PP and the Lord ordained.
That was not no Christian stuff.
I know
that was foolishness.
Pastor, wait. I agree with that 100%. I really feel like this man was a prophet for the devil. Okay, but I think where I got upset about it was I was watching people in our community posting and reposting.
Oh yeah.
That.
Yeah.
And that became to me like I thought it did a lot of damage for us getting together in relationships. But I do feel like there are things out there for us. I'm sorry. Jason got his hand up.
Jason is like
Jason has the
Jason,
floor.
I'm next.
Jason has the floor.
Okay.
Good.
I hear what you're saying about women, and I hear what you're saying about men. I just want to say that blessed is the man and woman who don't follow the vice of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, and don't sit in this consistent, emotional,
scornful,
dangerous place of the person who just refuses to listen. But that person's delight is in God's word, and they consistently think through it and recite it all day and all night. And if they do that, they'll be like a tree that's planted by the rivers of the waters, whose roots consistently are getting moisture from the soil, and their leaves won't wither. Whatever they do will prosper. It's like this book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you should meditate on it day and night, and be careful to do everything that's in it, and then you will find your ways to be prosperous, and you will find success. The problem is this: out of all the people who all of us who need some good therapy session or a good coaching session, out of all of us who consistently are looking at these things on social media, the question becomes, how much time consistently daily do you spend in God's word?
Say that.
Like away from social media,
That's
away from looking at what everybody is doing. How much time are you spending reading God's word for yourself?
That's right.
And after you close that book, how much time do you allow it to sink into your heart and operate on you? Because when you do that, if we did that, a lot of the issues will not be going on.
That wouldn't even be happening.
So I'm just putting this challenge out to everybody. Yes, keep watching social media. We on it right now. But do not neglect your time in God's word. Like my dad said years ago, man, what if God let you breathe like you read the Bible? What if God allow you to have relational intimacy like you gave attention to the word of God? A lot of us want God to bless our lives, but we're not putting ourselves in position for God to speak to us. We're doing stuff like, let me give, let me do this. Yeah, that's important. But God gave us his word so it can consistently operate on us. And I guarantee if we took a toll on how many people this week have spent 4 days in their word.
Say that.
Yeah.
Stop
Say that.
walking in front
That's
of the
good.
prophet.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, man. Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm just saying, man.
That's good.
Man, this is appeal to, and this is where I am at leading people. Like, yo, a lot of the issues we have because we so busy, 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 busy. Satan got us doing a lot of busy stuff that's good to us,
Yeah.
but not good for us.
Ooh, my God.
Amen. Amen.
Can I get that tag?
Go ahead, Pastor.
There you go,
The other
bro.
way.
There you
Okay. There you go.
I'm telling you, man. Jay
That's
Youngblood is
James.
on it. You
Yeah.
know, my wife says all the time that word busy means being under Satan's yoke. And we spend so much time
Jesus.
being busy.
Under Satan's yoke.
We spend so much time being busy. And all of this stuff we have to recognize is this whole society, this whole world we live in was founded a certain way. Ak alluded to it earlier. God built the world on the family, on the relationship.
Right.
And he built it. He has a design for it. He has a structure for it. Everything is built that way. And if we look at everything that's happening in the world, everything is an attack on the family. Right. All of this bad relationship advice, all of this bad representation in social in media, arts, and entertainment, all of this stuff is an attack. This division of men and women going back and forth at each other, of this, all of this hurt stuff, because nobody wants to take the time and go back to the book and say, okay, how did God tell me to do this?
Right.
And it's really just that simple. You know, when we start talking about these trigger words, it's like, why is it a trigger word? Because this is what God said. You know, I taught on this a few weeks ago. There's two parts to your mind. You have a subconscious and a conscious. And your conscience is what you say you believe. Your subconscious is what you really believe. And when there's a conflict there, that presents a problem in your life, because now you can't truly operate, because that's when you're really going into a conflict point, because now you don't know what that's when you're unstable. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Come on, sir.
And what we say, so we say, yeah, I trust God. Yeah, I believe God. All these things we're saying, but that's what you're saying with your mouth. That's your conscious mind.
Right.
But in your unconscious. And that's why we're triggered when we hear submission, because you say, I believe God. Well, God told me to submit.
Right.
And so in my subconscious, I really don't believe what God said. I believe something different. See, even though I'm saying I'm a believer, I'm saying I'm a Christian, I'm saying I want a godly relationship. So if I want a godly relationship, then God has already defined that in the book.
Right.
But see, in my subconscious, I want it on my terms.
Right.
And so now I have a double mind. And so now that makes my relationship unstable. And so until you settle that double mind, there will be no stability in my relationship. And how do we settle that? The same way Jason said, by meditating in that word day and night. So now I wrestle those thoughts that I have. That thought that being submitted to somebody is a vulnerable place. Being submitted to somebody is a unsafe place. It makes me weak. No, none of that's the case.
Right.
That's not how we're made. That's not how we're supposed to operate. And until we settle that place, we will never see stability.
Yes.
And can I encourage people though, in everything that we're saying, because I think a lot of times people hear what's being said and don't really know don't really understand or haven't been taught what the application of that is.
Right.
And I think it's important. I think it's important that when we're talking about, and I'll even just speak to the word trigger, because I don't want trigger to be a trigger.
Right.
Okay. I don't want that word trigger to be a trigger.
Right.
But I want us to understand that in application, there have to be people who are committed to really dig deep with people and with other people to learn how to heal those wounds that lead them to be triggered.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
because when somebody's being triggered, they're not being triggered out the air. They're being triggered because there's some kind of experience or demonstration that has cut them to the core. And I think a lot of times when we're talking about these relationships, and I said this Tuesday, some of us just need to go to our own corners and get healed. And really sit under some good learning.
Yeah.
Sit under some good learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
To understand what submission looks like and why it's so amazing to submit.
Yeah.
And what you can expect in that. You know, it's not bad. Submission is not bad.
Right.
But as Satan has done, the prince of the air has done, he has taken something that God has designed as beautiful and corrupted it and then threw it back out there. So when people experience it, they're experiencing the corruption of it. I just want to encourage, if there's anybody up here that's like, you know, maybe I do need to go get some healing. Maybe I need to sit under some good ministry. Because you asked the question about, is there stuff out there?
Right.
There's a lot of stuff out there. And the reason why I brought the other guy out there is because he was popular. And I was getting pissed off with my Christian friends saying, well, you need to look at what he's saying. I had somebody send me a clip from him. I was like, what is y'all doing? This is a prophet of the devil.
He was on fire. Okay? He was on fire.
He was a prophet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Millions of shares.
Might still be on fire.
Millions.
Yeah.
Okay. And still, even after he's gone, still
posting.
being shared.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to be in a position to be very open and vulnerable. That's a whole nother show. Let's not. I don't want nobody DMing me. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Just let it go. 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 We're moving on. We ain't got nothing to say about it.
Direct message.
Don't do it. Send it to us.
There you go.
And Jason. Send it to Jason.
But, send it to me. Send it to me. We'll have some conversation.
Send it to Pastor Lewis. Don't send it to me. Don't send it to me. I don't want that smoke. Just leave it alone.
I want all the smoke.
But go ahead.
Let me say this, because we up against another room. I got to get the Kingdom Business shout out because the guys in the booth said you got to get the Kingdom Business shout out, and I got a hard meeting at 12:15. I got to be in. So, but here's the thing. I'll say this to you, ladies, to all my ladies, do this for me. Get a picture of what you want. If you still believe in God for your husband, get a picture of what you want that man to be. Let the picture be a little bit blurry. Let it be a little bit blurry. Okay. Because you know, God might send you something that may not be exactly what you want, but might be perfectly what you need. Okay. Yes. So let the picture be a little bit blurry, right? But I want you to get a picture, right? And then you gotta operate in good old fashioned biblical faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of those things unseen. Come on. Remember this right. It is impossible to please God without faith.
That's right.
Stand on your faith, stand on your word, and trust and believe God, and then let God start dealing with you. Because as soon as you start praying for your husband and really say, I really want the man that you want from me, God is going to start preparing you for him. You don't just go out there and get no NFL, NBA contract. You've been training for years by the time you get that doggone contract. So just make sure that you are ready for the man that you say that you want, and believe and stand on your faith, and God is sending it to you. Now it's time, family, for your Kingdom Business shout out of the day.
Here we go.
It's Donna's favorite word here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Don. Go ahead, Don. Go ahead.
Cricket letter.
Yep.
Yay!
Hey.
Let's go. Yes. Cricket letter. Yes. Cricket letter.
Today's Kingdom Business shout out goes to Angelia Bills. She is at Lady Angelia here on Clubhouse. She is a founder and CEO of Eagle Productions, a full-service marketing firm dedicated to helping businesses soar. Her Cash App is $ aka Storm. I like that. Put your Cash App out there. $ aka Storm. You can find her at First Lady on Twitter. She's a podcaster, venture capitalist. She likes movies. She likes startups. She likes black. She likes Generation X. I hear you. She want to go to Paris. Co-working, marketing. Yo, this is Angelia Bills, our Kingdom Business shout out of the day, y'all.
All right.
All right, y'all. Wait, one more time. Crooked letter.
Cricket letter.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got to get up out of here, y'all.
Yeah.
This was
an
amazing conversation, I believe. I believe we all know more, have all learned more. I've been saying this for a long time. I'm saying this, I'm challenging ladies and men, but I'm really talking to ladies for a moment, if you will allow, okay? Ladies, I need y'all, you wise young women and our wise elders, start having some town hall conversations where you do it on Zoom, at somebody's house, at the mall. I don't care where you do it at. Start having some conversations and teach the young women, and then men, we have to do the same thing with the young men to make sure that these ready for the world ladies out here are not getting no circus lions.
Circus lion.
Pastor Tuck's word, and not recognize till you deep in your relationship. This ain't no dang on lion. It's a goddamn on circus lion.
Speaking of which, the season premiere of Women of Worth comes on tonight at 7:30.
Hold on.
The My Church channel.
Boom.
Yes. Pastor Stephanie.
What? Come on, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Stephanie.
On the brand new My Church channel.
She'll be having a conversation with my spiritual daughter, Pastor Sarah Hobson, and they'll be talking about God's plan for your mate selection. So that's when y'all might want to check out.
Come on.
Yes, come on.
Is that not right on time, y'all?
Yes.
Come on. Listen.
Where is that now?
The brand new My Church channel. I'm gonna tell you real quick.
My Church channel.
We got 3 minutes to get out. On the brand new My Church channel, Ebony, you can find that on Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, or Apple TV. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Facebook, and you can find it at lovemychurch.org.
Yes.
So there's a lot of places.
Let's do it.
We up against another room, another house here on Clubhouse. Ebony, thank you, sis. You got to come back.
Yes.
You got to come back. You got to come
Have
back.
me back.
For sure.
Have me back.
For sure.
All right.
Come on.
We got to rebook you again.
Balance. Balance.
Look at Donna. Look at Donna.
Donna cutting up, Jason. I told her.
Donna been held hostage all the time.
Donna the check. I'm trying to act like we don't treat her right.
All right, y'all, we got to get up out of here. Listen, we'll be right back here Tuesday live, and then you'll find various clips of this week's shows on Facebook and YouTube and everyone. Yes, Donna. Yes, where you at? There you go.
I was tagging Ebony. Tagging you, Ebony.
Oh wait,
wrong time. There we go. There we go. Hilarious. Ebony, y'all can find Ebony on. She is Mommy Moments. That's her radio show. She's on radio stations all over the country.
Yes,
right?
Ebony.
We ain't had time to talk about all them plaques on the wall and all them plaques on the floor behind her, but she is a radio personality, nationally syndicated radio personality. She hosts Mommy Moments with the Glamazon mom, Ebony Funderburk, and you can find her. Ebony, tell people real quick how they can find you, sis.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the Glamazon Mom. GLAMAZON Mom, MOM.
Listen,
y'all. I love it.
And if you're a brother over 5'11",
come on.
Or you can be 5'9" with some Prince boots on. Come on. Come on, 5'9" with the Prince boots on. Come on now. Come on. Jerk it.
As long as your pockets ain't cut out your jeans.
Yeah, you got keep your pockets in. Yo, we got to get up out of it. We got another room coming up on Clubhouse, fam. We love y'all. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Until Tuesday live, we're going to see y'all next time. This is the Akintunde Show. Woo! Peace.
Stop walking in front of the prophet.
Oh, yeah.